Yo, I'm joined by my friend Chris here. 2026, I would love to say is a proud Product Gym veteran from multiple tours.
This
Probably
is
this
true.
one was, probably this past job hunt was the most aggressive one of all, but we're going to talk about some of the challenges and also some of the skills that you basically had to level on, ultimately some side projects that really help you stand out from the market. That is, I would say, extremely oversaturated right now in a very brutal job hunt, very chaotic landscape, and companies are constantly doing layoffs. Yo, welcome to the podcast, man. How you doing over there?
Yeah, good man. Like you said, learning a lot of skills with AI, being able to showcase it, that has been a huge help for me in getting a job. So, yeah, happy to be here and happy to share what I've built.
Yeah, man. When you were, gosh, I feel so old even saying this because we've been around for like close to a decade now. You saw a lot of changes. Like there was a time when we're like, you don't need a side project, you don't need a portfolio, and there was a time when you didn't. I think clearly right now we're way past that. Like, at what point did you realize like developing AI skills was not enough? Like, you actually had to, like, as a product manager, first and foremost, you had to like build, and more importantly, you had to be showing people what you built.
Yeah, I guess it probably would have been helpful if it happened at once. It sort of is something that set in over time in the job hunt where, like, yeah, I mean, I wish it was like, hey, no, you really should be building these things. I guess it was just like I posted my portfolio and I'm like, okay, well people can read about it there. And then I think it was you who said like people have the attention span of goldfish or something like that. You've
Right,
got to
right, right.
literally show them. And I'm like, right, okay, I've got to make videos. I've got to go through, and my early videos, if you've checked out my YouTube channel, the lack of editing skills, while I've improved a lot, it's really obvious and funny early, but just putting it out there and just being like, hey, look what I can do, has been huge, right? So yeah, I wish it came at once, but it seeped in slowly.
I mean, a lot of people say like their company has like a whatever policy about them creating content, but I think while that still holds some weight overall, a lot of people still find it uncomfortable to put themselves out there.
Yeah.
How did you kind of get over that hurdle of like, all right, I'm gonna do this? Because like there's the phase of like, what kind of content I'm gonna drop? You drop it, and then there's also another phase of like, oh man, that's horrible. I'm going to go ahead and like record it again and again and again. And then obviously there are some people that are like, I can't even stand to watch this, but I'm definitely not going to drop it too. Like, how did you basically navigate all those different challenges?
Yeah, I guess I still don't love seeing myself on video, so that is what it is. I'm sure I'm getting better at it, but I think another student in Product Gym kind of started his channel, and I'm referring to Kel, and
Yeah.
his video editing skills are top shelf, by the way. But I think the way he sort of positioned his channel as, hey, I'm a guy who's learning. I'm a product manager and I'm learning AI as well. Let's learn together, right? This isn't going to be perfection as we go. This will be learning, right? And I was like, yeah, I can do that too, because I'm learning in a whole different sort of realm. He was learning, I think, more on the design side. I was learning more in different realms. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. I can say, hey, let's learn together, So
100%, dude. Like, from coming from like a sales background, I also tell people like we used to have to review our own sales recordings, and I know some people review their own interview recordings. I've been doing this for close to a decade right now, and I also do not watch my YouTube videos. So I know that there would be an obvious, like, significant financial impact. So I also empathize with you guys for not doing it. Um, so you created how many side projects did you ultimately whip up, and then how did you choose which ones that you wanted to show?
Um, I while I was looking for work, I probably had two or three side gigs that came around. Some were just work, some were to build a thing, but I built something for a customer using ElevenLabs, which is a voice AI platform, and really liked it. It's just a fun tool to work with. And when I got done, for contractual reasons, I couldn't obviously demo what I built for them, but I'm like, I learned a lot. It's a shame to just throw that away. It was such a fun tool. I'm like, may as well put together a little course and share it with the world.
Got it, got it. How'd you nab that client that wanted you to build an 11 Labs thing for them?
Honestly, friends of friends of friends. Just talking about looking for side gigs, and I got an email like, "Hey, I have a friend who's looking to build some AI stuff, and could you help out?" And yeah, what I built wasn't perfect, but they had a budget, and I built what I built, and they were pretty comfortable with it, and they took it from there. But yeah, I mean, just friends of friends talking about, "Hey, I'm open for some gigs."
Got it. Yo, so without further ado, can we go ahead and see what what basically what's underneath the hood here with the 11 Labs?
Yeah, sure. So let me share my screen here. Okay. So I put this on WAP. It's just to join my WAP is free, but the course is I think a pretty reasonable 17.95. I have a few modules here where I basically walk you through the ElevenLabs platform. So there's a lot of settings, and you don't need most of them, but I walk you through essentially the ones that are important. I show you how to tune sort of the brain of the agent, which is basically prompt. It's a prompt. It's basically prompt engineering. And they have tools that if you know what you want your prompt to do, right, you just type, I want it to do this, and it'll put it in a proper prompt. And then, yeah, your voice agent will go from there. So I walk through the settings in the first few chapters, and then the labs are where it gets fun. I integrate a voice agent with a website. So I use a tool that we in Product Gym use called Lovable, and I spun up a f fake e-commerce site with like 80s toys. And then make it fun, right? I was like, I would love to
100%,
have
yo.
yeah, yeah. So I spun that up and then I had it make me a like 80s voiced or 80s themed like agent like, yeah, dude, you want to buy some retro toys and whatnot? And you could ask it to search some and put it in your cart, ask you questions about the quality. Is it top shelf? Is it, used but, loved? Things like that. It's so easy to build into just a website, just sharing an API key. So show you how to do that. Then in chapter 5 here, I also show you how to get a real phone number using Twilio, and then you can pass that to your agent, and you can call your agent or have your agent call you. And you can do this all for free if you're just wanting to experiment with it. You can do it for free. If you want to pay a nominal fee, you won't hear like there's a audio watermark where it'll say this is a free number from Twilio when you call, but you can actually get rid of that. So yeah, you can add a phone number there, and then the last part is probably the most complex, the last lab, where I integrate an agent with my Google Calendar. So I basically am enabling it to book appointments for me. So this is done using N8N, which is a platform that I know a few folks at Product Gym have done some stuff with, but it manages all the connections on the back end for you. So you call up your agent and say, "Hey, I'd like to make an appointment," and you'll see live it'll go and book the appointment for you. So yeah, some pretty fun stuff.
How much would you say you have spent on credits, right? Learning and kind of just playing with 11 Labs.
Oh, just 11 labs. I'm still on my initial $5.
Oh, so like it's actually like it doesn't kill the bank thing.
No, no, not at all. Yeah, the Lovable, I signed up for I have a $15 a month plan, but I'm building all kinds of stuff, so that doesn't really count. But yeah, I mean, just to do this, you can probably get the free Lovable stuff done. I did sign up for N8N to do the full automation. I think I spent well, I'm on a $20. It's hard to say because I'm on a $20 plan, but I'm doing a bunch of things with N8N. So, but yeah, I mean, you can do the whole thing for sure for well, you can do this whole course Everything but the N8N you can do for free.
And is AI agents actually, since we just recently ran like the Manus event ourselves, AI agents, that thing sucks up like I would say the most cash because you're like you're running this assembly this digital assembly line, right? So
Yeah.
that one little cycle right there,
Yeah.
that's easily a few dinners out there.
Yeah, you're doing quite a bit. It's a fun platform too. I think it's the next area I'm gonna kind of dive into.
What, Manus?
No, just really, really getting into N8N. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%, 100%. Okay. And then what I mean, what else would you have to say about like why showing, I mean, obviously when you started showing the side projects on the interviews, right? Did you notice like the body language like being a little bit more different? Like how was the general response like from your interviewers?
Yeah, it was definitely noticeable. People perked up and actually for one place they were talking about how I built I showcased one of my other projects on Lovable and I they were like they were talking about it because another interviewer was like, "Oh, I heard you built something using Lovable. Could you show me?" And I built a retrieval augmented generation architecture and I stood it up and yeah, this other interviewer was like, I wanted to see it and wanted to tell the group. So that was a really cool moment. I was very excited about that.
Did you was that the moment where you realized like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and double down on this?
Yeah, that was like at first I was like, all right, I'm gonna give this a try. I can do the hey, let's learn together. And then I started talking about it and exactly like that was like a moment I woke up and said, this thing's really gonna pay me dividends. I need to dip in and show what I can do. Oh,
Got it.
yeah.
Well, I think a lot more people you're gonna get a lot of pings after this testimonial drops. Um, I don't know, like we have some people lined up already, but like in 2 weeks time from now, not 3 weeks time, not next week, not the week after, but the week after that, would you want to do a live session where you show people a little bit more about the course, the 11 labs, and then also answer like a few more questions? I'd say like Wednesday night.
I could definitely do that week. Wednesday night might be tough, but that week, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday night. What time would work out for you?
I mean, Wednesday is the day, I could probably do 9 p.m., which is kind of late, I know.
That's
But
totally fine.
okay.
So we'll record. It's never too late for knowledge. But yeah, let's go ahead. Chris here has actually really dived into this. We have a lot of curriculum, but like you got to go ahead and show it. And I think, how much time do you think he spent all in? Like really, actually, how long was you built something through referrals? Like how much time did you spend building that project yourself, including learning?
Yeah, I mean, probably 10 to 15 hours total, I would say. The product is intuitive, right? But it's the devil's in the details, right? When you they give you textbooks examples that work great, but as you dig in and build it yourself, there's gonna be little things that trip you up. You have to like research and whatnot. But yeah, probably 10 to 15 hours somewhere in there.
There we
But
go, man. There we
yeah.
go. What was probably the biggest challenge for you? Like anything that got you like stuck?
There was a few things. So the N8N automation that I build in this course is one that is publicly available. The one I built for the customer wasn't, so I had to there were a lot of nodes I had to individually look up. And yeah, I mean it's complicated and awesome when it works, but yeah, when it doesn't, it's like, what is wrong? So you have to, there's a lot of Googling, there's a lot of YouTubing, there's a lot of brilliant content creators that I leveraged, to figure it out. So that probably took a bit of time.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Hopefully we're not, we'll see all the different cool things that you are going to build out, and you continue to share that with us so we can go out there and kind of help you get the word out there.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, Rich.
Thanks, Chris.